Servus Pacem.
Hello friends, my name is Johann the Bavarian. Never confound me with Conan the Barbarian. This is other guy with a long sword and very strong, but he's much more aggressive than me. The game from today is called Servus. And that's why I chose these Bavarian style. I like these hats. They are quite flexible. You can. Now I'm looking like a soldier in the Japanese army. Hi-ya! But I'm going for this more lazy style cowboy. Yahoo! Or a smurf? No. Okay, and we jump right into the board view.
Terrific. So, let me guess.
Not everyone can wear this, but I can. It makes me cooler.
Oh. So,
hopefully not.
We have a brand new situation here. A very new approach. And you did something which has been seen a lot.
The world.
All of these movements, quite classic. And we have the casual game plan of moving here, and you're doing stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans in the position?
I don't really know, but I would not say that this is every time the same constellation. We had some similar games or some similar formations before, yes, but in this case, these two Sagittari here and here, so I never saw this on the board yet. Well,
that was sarcasm.
Okay. It's it's quite. I mean, at the moment, your defense line is very strong, so I don't know where I should put my nutcracker and crack it open. We will see.
And
it's ridiculous. Playing a game of Space Invaders.
Oh, now it looks. Yeah, now it looks like the critters which are coming from above. So I have this chain of small sparesmen here.
This was like a loom, building some fabric. Okay.
And we had the casual game plan of just getting all your power by walking into the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And my plan was to attack this hexagon as it seemed quite weak.
Yeah, at the moment it's totally weak. I have nothing there.
And so that was my plan.
Well, my troops are marching forward. And again, the threat is obvious.
It is, but I had my own idea.
Mm-hmm.
And I had now two defenders again, but as you did some move over there.
You made room for this one.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I have now the two guys looking here and this very strong slave.
Yeah, and even these Servi here are very strong, protected from here and there, and so this is quite nice what you did there. You used your minor troops rushing forward with a very strong backup from behind. Nice.
And all my plans were designed to, at the end, get this hexagon.
For what purpose? For what purpose? I mean, okay, it's a center spot, but why is it so important to you?
For me, it is important because you need a lot of space when you're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And the ideal thing I always try to do is that I seek a color complex which is weak. So you see my gray hexagons, black hexagons, and white hexagons are all more or less equally defended. But in the future, you may do something where you weaken, say, your light hexagons. And then I maybe have chances of going like this. So
Oh,
boop,
well.
boop, boop, and walking in. And this was very annoying.
What I just discovered for myself is these gray fields here, I'm using the arrows, are all capable for a Sagittarius to jump here or there. And this is a direct attack on the Tribune's main field. So you are just one step away from threatening the Tribune. And even if maybe Hestetus would stand here, you could take it Impero and become very, very aggressive.
That's interesting.
Okay, let's move on.
And
Time's ticking.
so you now did something, and I gained the center spot. And this is very annoying, I thought, because I attacked two things.
And I cannot protect both. It's not possible. But I didn't care, and you know why? Because if you really attack me, I can take back. And I'm quite solid here. You have 2 defenders, I have 3, so I'm quite safe at the moment, at least. Okay, now you're coming from the flanks.
Now I to do this.
Yeah, that would be a different story, because you can attack and take my entire unit, and there is no real taking back. And even if this guy falls, then I lost material. And I didn't bother and lost material. Oh God. This is awful.
You could have gone maybe here. So that you would argue that you sacrificed, but maybe it's worth something in the future. And if I kick you out somehow, then you could consider combining back and having pressure here. I don't know.
Yeah, would be a plan. Go decombining.
To break this structure apart.
Yeah.
And I chose to do something along the lines of defending here.
But mainly of attacking here, and this one is completely weak.
And let's see.
I noticed. I couldn't take you entirely if you would go here, but well, I would attack you with 3, you would lose 3 material, and you better chose to not do this. I really thought some time about this move. What can I do to protect everything and kick you out? It obviously worked. Okay.
And I went back and forth. I don't know, in retrospect, if it was good or not. Because we have a very strong thing over here, but maybe there's now an opportunity in the future to venture in over the gray hexagons.
Yes, they are weak.
But they're not that weak.
Yeah, but I do not have any entry points from here. From here to there, no. From here to there, maybe. From here I'm blocked, from here I'm blocked. So this ballista is stuck at the moment. But the purpose is to defend everything, sorry.
But, you know, it's a good backup mechanism, so if you fight down the middle. And I had problems here, because I didn't see a way of defending everything.
Yeah, but this was the main threat. this is bad. If you move your Sagittarius or whatever unit to a spot where it is not defended at all, it becomes a target. And this is what happened here. And so you can use your move to threaten me here and threaten me there. And I have to choose what to defend. So this is quite weak at the moment. And this is what happened next. So I can take
This
two.
ghost coin just gets me every time. So I got taken,
Yeah,
I took,
took
you
back.
took. Oh,
No. No.
interesting.
I don't know why.
I don't know
I
either.
really.
And I backed up now. Oh,
But well, I had a
this
different
guy
plan
is
maybe.
smart.
Yeah, this was the plan maybe of opening up this diagonal, coming here. If you take, then I can read. But taking here would be to no avail. I would just trade.
No, I think this would be very good because you could, at the end, walk here and open this up.
Maybe, but this one could be taken instantly, maybe with Impero, and so you would be safe because an Aquis is not enough to bring you down.
Yeah, okay. Especially if the position is that good defended. So
Well,
I did two things at once. I attacked here and I blocked the ballista. We had a trade. By the way, I really dislike taking here because if I would, you would have taken here, I would have gone here, and I would have lost these too. So I would have been down material. So I took this first. And the difference is that you cannot take here because you would instantly lose 3. So that's maybe a nice nuance. So
and a nuisance.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh please! I hopefully did this. Ah, thanks.
But
The
now
idea is go there and attack ballista.
what I would do now in an instant is taking 2 from here, there, and this. So a ballista here and the remaining Aquis here attacking you there. What did I do? Oh, yeah. And I guess that would have been good because if this line opens up, I would be completely in.
Yeah, I think your idea is very good, but you didn't do it, thankfully. And I try to get away now because there's a big bad wolf and he's coming to get me. And I had to block him out somehow. So this guy is blocked out entirely, and I have to fight this dude.
And now it's a matter of time again. Who brings who down first? And this is attacking with an Angor, so I have a tempo.
Yeah, I please. Oh,
That's quite nice. But this way,
yeah, I remember this. Oh God, I remember it.
yeah, but this way your ballista has a job to do. And if it leaves, like it did now.
I remember this game.
Now please let me take this. Yeah. Ooh, foreseeable. And now, yeah, mainly preventing you from escaping. This Sagittarius here, maybe we can wait. I will pick it up, taking control of this field here and this field here, so you cannot combine or move out of the way. You have to stay, and you are attacked.
Jesus!
Oh, sorry.
Just let me draw it out.
Don't swear in the name of God, my son.
Sorry.
Okay. You know, I'm from Bavaria, and in Bavaria we are all Catholics.
Everything here is tagged, so you can only go here.
Yeah,
And that is what happened.
yeah, you have to jump back and. Your Servus!
It was very funny.
The three Servi from the gas station.
Yeah, I remember that
Woohoo.
that you were thinking about how to bring me down here,
Yeah, yeah, it took.
and I was just dude, it's kind of obvious, right?
Yes,
But
it is.
hey, the most annoying thing is that if you look here and say, I get a second move, a
There
second
is
chance.
nothing at all.
Yeah, I would take here.
And you
what?
would lose? No, you would lose 4.
Yes, that's the point I was trying to make.
And now it's over.
So that doesn't work. The only thing that you could argue works is this. But I don't know how useful that is.
Okay, and if you take back that way, I mean, wait. You can use this and this, and it's over.
Yeah.
This is
I
over.
remember.
Because here you cannot escape, and here you are attacked but not protected.
Yeah,
I
I
am
remember.
finding an X and my son did not. Please make a cross in the calendar.
I have to admit, at the time of the game I saw this,
Yeah.
but now I didn't.
One move away from next, but the next move did not come because you had been next.
Yeah, and this all, you can trace this problem back.
Yeah, because you, yeah.
So here, back here, I just should not have done this. This was very dumb, because I should have done something like this. At the moment, it looks very ugly. Or maybe not yet this. I should combine here. The point being that an arch just has problems moving right now.
Yeah, okay.
And my sparesman is very agile here. And you can't really do anything.
Yeah, in this position, no, I wouldn't know. This is cut off.
Yeah, true.
I cannot attack you. I'm not coming to you. I cannot go here because it's completely safe. Attacked with 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's over. I would now probably move this Sagittarius out of the way so that you don't have any attack lines, but you could take no.
If you move him,
Yeah,
the
if I'm
problem
moving, you're going
you
here.
go here and I go here, and I don't think you
No,
will survive.
this is over.
Especially as I have, even if you try to give yourself some room, and guess what? Now you're dead. So
Yeah.
it's very
That's over. And no matter what I would do, I could defend myself entirely, but then I would be suffocated and you would use a Sagittarius to bring me down, or this constellation, it's over. Yeah, one single move decided this game, and so it was a very close battle again. But what would you expect when the world champion and the second best in the world are clashing?
Yeah.
But maybe you out there join in playing Tribun. At the moment, we're hopefully trying to bring some connections in so that we can maybe produce some boards or pieces or whatever so that you can play without printing it out. But hey.
And maybe we will have a web version or something.
Yeah, one day.
Are we at the goodbye screen?
Well, my friend, this is true.
Okay. So then I would say this game was quite nice. I think you can maybe learn that you should not put stuff in the way, which is only defended by one thing, which is your main attacking mechanism, and will give up every defense. So that's maybe a bad idea. And I would say if you like this video, would you like to see more like it, maybe subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and share it with your friends.
And
have a nice day.
Did you hear these moans outside? It's our cat. It's there is no one in the cellar. Maybe tortured. No, it's a cat. Sounds of a cat. But maybe you didn't hear it at all. Okay.
Perfect. Right in my goodbye speech. Anyway, so we wish you a nice day. Have a great time, and we would say see you soon.
Und Tribun!